What's happening, everybody? Are we live? Let's check all these cameras. Everything looks good. London's camera looks way far away. What is going on over here? There we go. My heck. Oh, fantastic. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, what a mess this morning already. What a mess this morning. Okay, guys. Let's just really quickly. There we go. All right, make sure you guys tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? It's Paint with Josh on Saturday Sessions. Man, Saturday Sessions. We've been doing this. This is the 10th episode of Saturday Sessions. And oh, can you see my brand new shirt? Oh, it's a brand new on-screen shirt. It's fantastic. What's it say? It says like your girlfriend watches me while you're at work on TikTok. Oh, it's fantastic, guys. I love this shirt. This shirt is not available for sale in my store. It's just a shirt for me to wear on camera and make all the guys jealous, right? Kind of funny, kind of funny. All right, a little bit of liquid clear is all we're taking and putting on our canvas this morning. So, if this is the first time watching a Paint with Josh video, tell us where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? We got London in here reading all the comments.
What?
We got, oh, you weren't asking. I got you. What? So, tell us where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Give us that food emoji that you just used last. Or when is your paint-iversary? My paint-iversary is coming up in April 12th. It'll be 4 years of me painting. And it's been a great time, especially way back in year one when nobody watched the videos. And I kept putting them out for whatever reason. We just kept going and kept going. And then eventually, now we have like over 300,000 followers across all the platforms. It's incredible. It's literally incredible. So we're taking our Bob Ross Liquid Clear. It's a clear oil paint that stays wet while we work, right? Looks just like this, in case you're just tuning in. Gotta have this, gotta have a wet canvas in order for the technique to work, right? Now you'll need a little bit of Bob Ross Liquid White for some highlights later on. And I figured we'd paint this gorgeous little Aurora Borealis scene. They seem to sell so fast, everybody seems to want one, so figured we'd paint one today. So we'll do an Aurora Borealis, kind of waterfall. Maybe there'll be a cabin. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Hold on. Do we have anybody watching?
We do.
All right. Where are they watching from while I wipe this off with some paper towel, and then I'm not going to interrupt London while she's talking.
Let me get that.
Gotta always dab your brush off on a paper towel, guys. That's that knocking noise you hear. Gotta dab it off. And then we're going to take a little bit, just like that. And wipe off all this clear while Lennon tells me where everyone is watching from. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. We've been doing a lot of painting recently. There we go.
I'm digging this new splatter shirt. It looks great.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah. Can you see the back? Can you see the back on TikTok anyway?
You can see it says, well, yeah, on TikTok you can see it.
Right. It's like, I made it so much more splattery and colorful on the shoulders and everything. It looks awesome. So, and it's lovely. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for me to make this available in the store. It does say paint pressure practice, though, on the front.
It does.
Which is really cool. So I do have paint pressure practice merch shirts that you can get. And we'll talk about the 3 Ps of Paint with Josh a little bit later. So where are people watching from, Hunter? Should I go through the colors?
We have got...
Okay, you go and I'll get ready.
We've got New Mexico, Oklahoma, Indiana, Kentucky, Oregon, Louisiana, Arizona, Georgia.
Georgia, the state or the country?
Washington State, Southern California, West Virginia, Louisiana, Canada.
Wicked.
Yeah,
Canada, too.
Tons of people watching from all over the place. The Northern Ireland fan club's obviously in the house.
Oh, of course. Mark Anderson, Northern Ireland Fan Club president.
If you guys are here watching from Las Vegas, will you drop us a heart in the comments to let us know that you happen to be in the same city we are?
Yeah, right. Las Vegas locals. Sin City, baby. Sin City. All right, let's clean up all this wet drippiness. Look at these. Sometimes when you get them either fresh out of the jar or like towards the end of the jar, they start to be drippy. And then I got some really cool colors out for today, guys.
We got 5 people watching on TikTok from Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome. Look, I got some really cool Magicfly colors, some orange, some purple, some blue. We're going to do some really neat little little flowery bits. And then I got this rose color out. I took the very last little bit of it. So
Simon Master's swiping in on YouTube with
Hey.
a super sticker.
hey, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. The cameras look excellent this morning. All right, now we need to start loading up our canvas with some undercolor, right? What do you want to show through when you hit it with your white paint? It's a really cool little trick to show your friends or your family, except this is the part that we don't show them, right? We'll show them the bit later. So what do we want our Aurora Borealis to look like? Well, maybe we'll throw some of that phthalo green over here. You know what? Maybe we'll throw some of the sap green too, just to make it a little different out in the sky. All right, and then we'll have all these little colors. Now on a black canvas, anything you put on there is going to be super bright, right? Unless it's one of these dark, transparent colors. And so we could put the blue, you could put the crimson, you could put the dark brown anywhere on your canvas. And then when you come over it with your white paint, it's really going to show through. And it makes the coolest little colors and all sorts of stuff. Maybe we'll have a waterfall, maybe we'll have a mountain, maybe we won't have a mountain. What do you guys want to have? I did 2 waterfall scenes with mountains and super bright colors. And a lot of, like I said, they got sold away. So speaking of selling, if you want to buy this painting, you can get it at 40% off, free worldwide shipping. If you go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com, you could get it before anyone else gets it. All right, let's just come in here, a little bit of that blue. Anywhere that's dark black canvas, we're going to try to throw a little bit of the blue.
Just in case anyone is wondering real quick, I'm going to clean the camera on the YouTube. Stay with us. Don't...
go a little dark for a
Can you
second.
do it?
What's up? I don't even know where your cameras are. Oh, I see.
These
Hang on.
ones that haven't been sent out.
The what now?
You just got a message on Etsy.
Hang on.
Don't press the buttons on the top.
Got it. Does they look better?
Yes.
I barely heard what you said. I don't want to hear about it until after the show.
I know, I got it.
Okay, let's do this. Who was that from anyway?
Hold on, I'll figure it out.
Okay. That's all good. Either which way, it's all good. All right, let's go a little bit of our green, a little bit of our blue, just depending where you want to put it, right? It all depends. Can you guys see those colors on there? Slightly. A little slight bit of color. You guys are awesome. Remember, tap the screen on TikTok. We had like 620,000 taps or something?
80,000.
680,000 taps on the screen. And we were on the trending, we were trending on TikTok. It was really cool. So if you like this super bright shirt, and we're about to see a very cool Aurora Borealis painting. If you're ready, tell me in the comments right now. And if you're just tuning in, tell us where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Or when did you start painting? When's your paintiversary? Is it coming up? Mine is coming up in like less than a month. Okay, if you've never seen how we clean the brushes, we have an old bucket that's got a golf ball basket down in the bottom of that bucket. And why is there a golf ball basket down there? Well, that was the only thing I had in my garage when I very first started painting. All these brushes were super expensive. The paint was expensive. I didn't want to go spend more money on somehow to clean the brush, right? So I figured what I would do is I'd go out in the garage. I found an old golf ball basket. I was like, oh, this is a cool surface. I could probably do that. I put it down in a bucket and keep the spray kind of contained. And it'll be really neat. All right, let's clean off, dry off that brush. Now, who's ready to see a wicked little Aurora? Right, we'll come down through here, through all those different colors. It'll be fantastic. All right, so let's load up the brush. You know what let's do? Let's do this over here. Where's that green? Yeah, over there. We get a little bit of the yellow on the white. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. And then I'm not going to make an Aurora. We're just going to make like I just want a little bit of color up there. It's all you got to do. All you got to do. And then we're going to take it and really blend it out. So it becomes just a soft color in the sky. Right? It's not an Aurora. It's not a cloud. It's just a little bit of soft color way off back there. Let it grow down. Why not? Right? All we're doing is going to provide a little bit of light color over here to pop our darkness off. And you can mix your whole sky like that. You know what I mean? We did a whole sky like this where it was just kind of green and blue. It looked really neat. In fact, why don't we do it a little bit more? That looks kind of cool. Like I said, up here, doesn't matter. Just a little bit of color, because we're just going to take it and really push it and get rid of all those lines and all that bit. Really just have a little bit of softness that we can bounce. See how it still stays pretty dark? You got all those colors on there, all that action action, right? And the more that we push, the more it's gonna blend in with all those neat little colors, and you get this cool, soft little thing. And everyone's is gonna look a little different, right? Okay, let's wash that brush off now, because we don't want to have all that deep, dark color kind of dull our brightness, right? There we go. Get it nice and clean. Plus, it's the fun part, washing the brush. So again, tell us where you're watching from. When's the first time you ever painted? My paint-iversary is coming up April 12th. So if you guys want to send gifts for my paint-iversary, you can go over to my Amazon shop and check the link tree in my bio. I posted the link tree in the YouTube description. It's on the Facebook description. And you can go over and find either my Amazon store where you can buy all the stuff and learn how to paint, and or send me stuff off of my wish list. I always love it. We got back from vacation and I got home. What was it, like 3 or 4 boxes that were here? Melanie had sent us a whole case of paint. Like, I'm talking about a whole brand new box of the 200 mil paint sets. I mean, it's like a $200 box. So thank you, Melanie. I love you so much. Okay, let's come in and we'll decide, I don't know, where do you want to have your mountain? Which way do you want to have your Aurora? Do you want to pull your Aurora straight up? Do you want to pull them to the side? Do you want to pull them this side? All depends on what it looks like. So why don't we come in here, just like that. Oh, fantastic. All right, little thing, maybe dumping a little bit extra paint in some places, and that way it'll streak differently. Kind of stole that idea from Bram. I saw him, he was doing it on Instagram the other day, and I was like, ooh, that looks cool. So we're going to take our brush just like this, and come in. I'm going to try to stay out of your guys' way, and just swipe up, but go in that same direction, right? A little bit of pressure, a little bit difference in pressure. Not everything has to be exactly the same, right? They don't have to be the same length. They don't have to be the same anything. And it all depends on what you want it to look like, right? You can even take the bottom, just to clean up the bottom like that. Not try to drag any paint or anything, just cleaning it up. Ooh, I like that, guys. I like that. A couple little swipes down, because I like to soften it, maybe have a couple little drags going down. Those little ions and electrical, little magnetic, whatever they are. I'm not a scientist. I'm a painter, right? Whatever they are. I know it's like the solar rays, and they come down with the magnetic force and come down and pop on, and they slap onto the earth, right? So cool. All right, let's maybe do one more little teeny soft one up here. Smaller, less amount of paint, right? Following along the lines, and then if we wanted it to, drag a little bit more in certain areas, we drop a little bit more paint. It's a Bram Bevins technique that I stole. Got to give him a shout out if I'm taking it. There we go. I love Bram. I was texting Bram over my vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, did you see the interview? I mentioned you in that interview that I did, because it asked about people that inspired you or people that you respected, and I was like, well, of course, lovely. Bram. So it was cool.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it was neat. Okay, so where do we have people watching from, hon? It feels like you haven't said anything today. Like, I'm trying not to interrupt, and you haven't said anything. So say something so I don't interrupt. What's up?
I'm dealing with some.
Oh, you're dealing with. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just go. I'll just talk.
Keep speaking. I will interrupt you, and I want to do.
Okay. Well, when London's ready to tell us where people are watching from or ask us any questions, let me just double check that these cameras look good. Oh, guys, these are amazing.
I'm dealing with some tracking number issues.
Got it.
Just give me a moment, because the clients, they come first.
Of course. Yeah, we've had a lot of orders go out, and so London's dealing with the clients. Apparently, Josh made a mistake somewhere. All right, now what can we do with
get
this?
Another super sticker though on YouTube.
Hey, thanks guys. Make sure you guys are giving me the thumbs up on YouTube. The more thumbs up we have, it correlates to more views, right? It's like tricks the algorithm. If you give me a thumbs up, then it opens it up to more people. Same on TikTok. The more we're tapping, and on Facebook, the more we're tapping, and the more comments we have, the more people are going to see the video.
Want to say thank you to everybody in the comments that says hi to me.
Hey, London loves the thanks.
I know this is the Paint with Josh show, but I like the Hey Londons.
That's right. Oh, London is the co-host. She's without London, it would be much more difficult to do this show.
You do this twice a night.
Well, true.
Every day.
Yeah, but it's not as fun. Everyone loves our bickering back and forth. That's the fun part.
Hey,
look how bright this shirt is. I put so many more splatters up here.
Do you have any tripods I can break?
No, don't break any more stuff. I don't have any more. I mean, we did get a new tripod from John Krasniak and his wife Laura, they sent a new.
What about the crappy
tripod.
tape gun? Can I break that?
You can actually break that tape gun. I hate
Yes.
that tape gun, so you can break that tape gun. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit. Maybe we'll do just a far off mountain, right? And so I took a bit of our Prussian blue, our alizarin crimson, and our midnight black. Mixed it with a little sneak of that white yellowish mix, whatever it is over there, just to brighten it up the smidge, so we'll be able to see it on our canvas, right? And because we brought down all of this light color, it's going to stand out a little bit more. If you were to put it down here, where we didn't bring down any light color, it would be more difficult to see, right? The point is, you want to keep it nice and dark. Don't make it too bright. Maybe up here, we just popped in just a giant old mountain. This guy's just way up here.
Sorry to interrupt you. Bear874 says, thank you for wearing gloves. My uncle got cancer from paint absorbing into his skin and his bloodstream.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, people ask me why I wear gloves all the time. And it's like, have you ever taken an OSHA class? Like, that OSHA class will scare you into trying to protect yourself from every single thing. It's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's a protective measure. I wear them at work a lot, so it's just kind of second nature to have them on. Let's just throw our little bit of mountain out like that. Now, if you've ever been making a mountain and it takes over your whole canvas, it's probably because you didn't scrape up all that excess paint and take it off, right? We don't need all that stuff. It's just going to want to grow. That's why the number one thing, right? The first P. Oh, it's on the front. Why is it already go on the back? The first P of Paint with Josh, okay, is the amount of paint on the brush. So, then we got the amount of pressure, right? How much do we want it to grow? Well, let's see. We'll pull it off this way. We'll pull it over here. Remember, guys, you can name this painting towards the end of the stream. We're going to start asking for the names. What would you call this painting? If you want to start typing it in the comments now, it might get lost, but we do love the comments. So, what would you name this? Type it in the comments below. And if you want to buy it, or if the buyer, if somebody ends up buying it, they may choose the name that you suggested, which is just kind of cool. It just, I don't know, it's like, oh, I got to name that painting. It's just a cool thing. So, start throwing your names in the comments. And what would you call this guy? All right, let's see. What do we got over here? Excellent numbers. Okay, we're going to grab, you can go all kinds of crazy with your highlights, but I don't want to do that. It's not a psychedelic scene that we're going to do. We're going to go so bright in the front that we might as well make the background look sort of real, right? So let's take a little bit of our blue and a little bit of our white. Not too much, though. The white really wants to take over the blue and really make it bright. So we want a sky blue back here, right? You don't want to have your dark shadows back there. I like working, even with our shadows, right? Everything's opposite, and it's hard to describe. I feel like I'm an idiot when I try to describe this. For our shadows, we want them to be light back here and dark up here, right? And then for our highlights, we want them to be kind of dark back here and brighter down here. So it all depends what you want your scene to look like. I always say that. Take a little bit of our dark mixture that we made the mountain out of, mix it into our pile right here. Get all these gorgeous little stripes of color, and don't overdo it.
And you know the greatest thing?
What?
It's odd expression. So if you don't like it, you want to make it look some way different, then make it look some way different.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's that's why I always say it. However you want to do it. What does yours look like? It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. It shouldn't. There's no possible way that both you and I could mix up the same exact colors and with the same pressure and the same everything, right? It's not going to look exactly the same.
Okay, super important. If you are interested in purchasing this painting, head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com and search number 692. This painting is up there right now for your purchase.
92.
692. Keep speaking.
Are we good?
Yes,
we're good. We got people asking about it?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to take this, our blue. I like doing my shadows first. Bob did his highlights first. But I like to think that if you go with your shadows, you can go and cover up whatever highlights, whatever shadows you don't like, you can cover with your highlights, right? But if you throw all your highlights in there first, and then you come in and you just have to sneak in little bits of shadow, for me it was initially more difficult. And I was like, well, if it was difficult for me, it's got to be more difficult for everybody else. So we'll come up with a better or easier way. Maybe if we put the shadows on, then we can go across and do different things and light it up however we want, right? Look at the different angles. Straight, over here, over here. Change your mountain. Make it look more 3D. just by changing the angle of your blade. And if you can't see the blade, watch the handle down here, right? That'll tell you where the blade is going. So, all right, let's come back. I took the smallest little bit of our phthalo green, and I'm talking about like the teeniest bit, because I don't want the white paint to be green. I just want it to have this little green little tint to it, right? So the smallest little bit. Now we're gonna come up into our quote-unquote white, our snow, scrape up a little bit, come up here, and just with such light pressure, like not even touching the knife to the canvas, right? Just allowing that little bit of paint to touch, and not even hearing there's no scrape, there's no nothing, because we're just touching paint, right? Maybe we came in here, maybe on the top of this guy, there was a little bit, maybe he went down there, right? Just mixing it up. What does yours look like? Don't cover every piece. Don't cover all those little bits of dark. You don't have to. They're gorgeous, just like that. Don't cover them. They're bits of rock. It's too, we're painting a nighttime scene. It doesn't have to be the brightest thing you've ever seen.
Hey Josh.
Yes, sir.
Can you just introduce yourself?
Of course. Hello, guys. My name's Paint with Josh. Right on my brand new shirt. I've been painting for almost 4 years now. 3 years and 11 months. It's coming up on my my paint-iversary. So I paint wet on wet oil technique, just like Bob Ross used to do, and Bill Alexander used to do before him. Bill Alexander used to do before him. And we stick to landscapes mainly. I don't paint people. I don't do, portraits. I don't do animals. London will tell you my animals are not very good. So I tend to stick to gorgeous little landscapes. And I'll show you exactly step by step on my YouTube channel how to go from a level 0 to a painting hero, okay? Swear on my life. Go over and check out my YouTube. I've got more than 350. I'm going to start saying 350 because we've been saying 300 for a while, and now I've been doing so many stinking paintings lately that it's got to be more than that. So I've got 350 full-length videos over there to check out. Look at this cool little mountain. All depends on what you want to do. Is there anything I'm forgetting, hon? I have an Etsy store you can purchase paintings through. You can purchase merch and hats and shirts and all sorts of stuff, all different styles.
What do you paint with?
I paint in oil paints.
Beautiful.
And they don't really work the same as acrylics. So people ask all the time. I do have people that, they do my tutorials in acrylics, and they send over photos of their finished paintings, and they look amazing, and they're like, oh, I did it in acrylic. I'm like, oh, it's cool. How did you do that? Because I don't know how to explain that.
Is that a large palette knife?
Yeah, so this is the bigger palette knife. Let me show you the difference. One is slightly smaller. I think they used to have sizes on them. These ones are so old I can't even read the writing anymore. But I think one's a size 10 and one's a size 6 maybe. Something like that. But yeah, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to cover, and I find that the bigger one, at least mine, it doesn't look like it's bent, but I always get more pressure on the tips than I do in the center of the blade. So if I'm trying to work on something smaller or more precise, I'll use the smaller blade, and then I get more of an even coverage. But it's weird, like this knife, it's got the teeniest, tiniest little bend in it, and I didn't want it to be like that, but that's just how, I didn't know any different. But it'll pinch differently in different areas for some reason. But yeah, this is the large one. You don't have to use the large one. I just use it because it tends to go a little faster, cover up a little bit more area with a, quicker thing. Very cool. I love this little mountain. Sometimes I just get so enamored by these mountains that I just want to see them grow down and get bigger, and then come over here and do this or do that. And it's just like, you're playing, Mother Nature. You're building it. You're literally building your own world, and it's hard to know when to stop, right? So let's stop right there. We're going to take our 2-inch brush, just like this. This is my favorite part of the TikToks, because this will be like the, how to paint a mountain in 1 minute, and it'll be me going like this back and forth on the boomerang. So cool. Okay, and it's the hardest transition for me to go like this to this and have it look seamless and cool. Maybe I should just go, there we go, watch, we're going to go like that. Hey, turn it over. Come in from the side and just swipe up so lightly, right? And look, we're leaving little bits of color as we come down, because we're touching, right? We're touching the paint, but I'm not touching it so hard that I'm smushing all the details. It's a very, very, very light pressure, right? And what's the second P of Paint with Josh, London?
Pressure.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like potato pancake or something.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's a good one. Potato pancakes.
Oh, the little potato pancake. Pressure, right? I don't want to move the paint, so it's such a light touch. And you don't even have to come up here to the top, right? You don't have to. I really suggest that if you're a beginner, you actually don't come up here to the top because you're just going to move all that thick paint too much, right? And then we came over here, we start swiping up into our little shadowy side. Little shadowy piece of our mountain back there, right? All depends on how you went with your knife. You go the opposite way with your brush. So if we went down like this, then we go up like this. Down like this, you go up like that, right? All depends. Now we're going to come in with no paint on the brush, just whatever we picked up by touching. And we're going to start tapping and pushing down, right? So we're grabbing a little bit of the white, popping it down a few taps. Come back up, right? And if you do it continually, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you start making all this cool little bit of fog. Just working down, because the whole mountain was going this way, right? So we're still working down that same angle until we get over here. Now we have our little ridges.
I just have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
You sent out a box to an individual with the initials NC, who we know very well,
Okay.
and you put 2 of the night paintings, live paintings, in the same box,
Okay.
right?
I would imagine so, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just checking.
Yeah, for the buyers who buy often, sometimes the first painting isn't dry by the time they buy the second painting, and so I'll stick it in the same box as the first painting.
Okay, cool.
And then put the same tracking number in because it's going in one thing, and that way I'm not buying 2 different tracking labels. And you know, we're saving.
I found the original one that the tracking was sent on,
Okay.
and she received it.
Okay.
But the second package looks like it's being held for redelivery,
Okay.
and I think that's where the confusion is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't. I don't think I'm gonna do it again. That almost looks like a second mountain behind there, just from
It
the
does, like a little
way.
shadow.
Yeah, just from the way that the things are kind of bent.
So for anyone wondering, when Josh paints a painting, it's not like he just paints it and magically thinks that it should just arrive at someone's house. There is a lot of work that goes in on the back end.
You should have seen me making boxes last
to
night.
box it, to get labels,
Oh, no.
to do.
Oh, I left. I really want to show the box, but I left them all downstairs. There's like 8 boxes downstairs. But maybe if London needs like a drink or something, she'll run down and make it.
Justin says, if I bought $6.92, which one would I get?
This one right here that we're painting. This is $6.92, right here. So it's not finished yet, but a lot of the times it sells before we even put a mountain in or anything. So like I said, this one, let me show you guys what it's going to look like. Maybe we'll tempt
Where's
people.
the manual? You're 100% correct. I would love a manual.
A manual for what?
Yeah, to paint, ship.
Oh, here we go,
everything
guys.
else.
That's what we're kind of going for this. This one is actually Nicole's. This one got purchased when we did it the other night live on TikTok, and people said they wanted a tutorial for it, so we're doing a live tutorial. So that's what it's going to sort of look like. Going to have a little waterfall down the bottom, some trees, some gorgeous colors, like it's really going to pop. I got all these beautiful little Magicfly colors that are super bright, like orange,
Babe,
purple.
there's people in the comments that don't like the sound of my voice.
Oh, goodness, not that again. Mm.
You can head over to youtube.com/.
Well, hang on, I'll just
Josh.
try to sound like you. Like, you can head over to youtube.com//paint with Josh, and then they won't like my voice, and then no one will watch. All right, go ahead, hon. I'm
If
sorry.
you don't like the sound of my voice, you can happily head over to youtube.com, pay $7.99, and my voice is not there.
Very true.
Josh does also have over 200 videos that my voice is not in. The only time my voice is here is on a Saturday. And at the end of April, my voice will no longer be here at all.
Yeah, right.
So,
London and I
too.
are splitting up and moving into different places, so the Saturday shows are just going to be. Maybe I'll have to rope Bailey into.
Maybe you have to
helping me.
rope somebody in.
I know. I'm gonna need an assistant, guys. Well, I'm gonna be doing interviews. Do you have a good on-screen voice? Can you read comments well? I'm gonna be doing interviews for a new assistant. So any of those people watching in Las Vegas, we'll set up some in-person interviews. See if you're good enough for the show. It's gonna be hard to beat London, right? They were gonna come in with that dark color. Just start tapping, right? That's why we had all this light. We pulled that light down here so we could come in with our little brush and just start tapping in 1,000 trees in, 10 seconds. We just painted 1,000 trees.
926.
358, bro. Let's see. Had so many people count all of our trees last time. It was cool. All right, now I want to get a little bit on there. And I'm just using, what size is this? This is a size 10. Even though it looks small, I'm so used to using like the size 12 and 14s that this 10 looks very small to me. But we're just going and tapping a little bit of that dark color.
Just very quickly, if you do not like the resolution on YouTube, there is a little symbol of a cog or a settings wheel. Click that and you will be able to adjust the quality of the playback. YouTube does by default show it to you in 240p. So if it's a bit crap, then by all means up that to 720 and you get a beautiful clear pictures.
I mean, we're using London's awesome phone. Well, let's just blame it on London's phone.
Okay. That's
blame it on Bailey, actually, because she took the dang iPad that normally streams to YouTube. So if it's different, it should be better, if anything.
This is the greatest comment ever, right?
Swipe those guys up.
TMH. Yeah, she doesn't like him to have all the attention. She has to hear herself talk.
It's actually the reverse. When London's talking, I feel like I have to speak. And we had a whole big argument last weekend about me not interrupting London. Everyone hears my voice all the time, and she's only here to help me, guys. She remembers all the stuff that I can't think about when I'm trying to put these scenes together. And she remembers to tell you to go to the store and go check out this, and you can buy this painting. And you can name this painting. Start coming up with your names, guys. What do you want to name it? But she is such a big help. And the shows are definitely going to suffer until I can find another assistant. But we're going to try to make it work the best we can. Okay. Not like London and I hate each other or anything. It's we split up once before. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Maybe we'll get back together in 4 years. I don't know. We split up once. We got back together after 2 years. We'll split up this time. Maybe get back together after 4.
How do you do a playback? If somebody wanted to watch this painting from the beginning.
From the very beginning?
How would they watch it from the
Are
beginning?
they asking on TikTok?
Yes.
So you can go over to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. We're all three simulcasting this live right now. So what's that person's name on TikTok that asked?
Oh, I don't know. The comments moved to.
Oh no! I was going to give them a shout out because if they go over to YouTube, we'll be able to shout them out.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Let's see. Look at these wicked trees back here, very sharp. That's what when you pull the brush up, it just throws these little sharp little bits off the top. So cool. We don't want to see a whole lot back there though, right? We're going to focus on our foreground, which let's pop in with a little bit of grass. How are we going to make grass, Josh? Well, we're going to come into the green. We're going to come into the yellow. Not a whole lot of paint though, right? What's the number one rule? Paint with Josh? Paint on the brush, right? So we don't need a whole lot of paint. Watch, even over here, that's probably still too much. You can't even see my arm through there. We're on a black canvas. I want to see all this black. So we're not going to use a whole lot of paint. And who knows, maybe we came back in here and just started tapping. If it's not bright enough, that's fine. At least we know where our little meadow is going to lay, right? We're starting to figure out what our land looks like back here, bringing it together, right? We want to have a little river or a little waterfall in there, so don't go too crazy with the grass. But just like that, at the base of those things, very far away.
Slick Nick 230 and Z Dixie Girl wanted to know how to watch it.
Yeah, so go over to YouTube and you'll be able to hear. London just gave you a shout out. YouTube or Facebook, and you'll be able to rewatch the stream. As soon as it's over, it will process for a little while, and then it'll go live on the page, and you'll be able to sit and watch it. Very cool. What's up, hon?
Nothing.
Oh, did I interrupt?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
watching you paint.
Sorry. I get
Proceed
so
to
crazy.
paint.
I get so crazy sometimes. A little bit of blue because I don't know how much blue is back here.
In all honesty, I have backache.
Okay.
But proceed.
Okay, a little bit on the tip of the brush. And then we're going to come back. Let's decide it's way back here. And it's just coming. But we have to go to the side. You can't go straight down. So we're scraping it to the edge. Back and forth. Smaller as we go back that way, right? Can't have too much detail. Swipe it over to the side. Smallest little bit just helps soften it.
Justin says, are you going to paint the edges if I buy it?
So the edges of this one are black. And I could drag the color over, but on a black canvas, I like that the edges remain black, like a gallery. That's how my prints are too. It's all black on the side. But yeah, I normally paint the edges, and if you wanted me to drag over the grass, we could do that. And if you buy it, then you have a lot more say in what it looks like, right? You come in with a little bit more of that grass, a little bit brighter, popping it back almost all the way back there, right? You don't want to see everything. Never want to see the whole smash. So very small little things, little bright areas, little dark areas next to our grass. Never want to have it all showing. And then you can cover over with whatever you don't like.
Josh, really important.
Yes,
Zach Parrish says this is a pre-made video. I
This
just
is not.
watched this the other day.
So this, I'll show you. That's funny. This is not a
Do you have a newspaper?
Yes. It's today. I'll show you on my watch. It's Saturday the 18th. So the other day you might have saw us paint this one or a different one. We painted 2 Auroras the other day, and they both sold so fast. People wanted them so badly that I figured I'd do another one and do a live tutorial. So it is a live show.
Again, Zach Parrish.
Zach Parrish just got a shout out.
This is not a pre-made video. Today is Saturday, March 18th.
Saturday Sessions, Season 1, Episode 10 of Saturday Sessions. Can you believe it? Taking a little bit of that yellow and a little bit of our green. Oh yeah, come down in there. Just start bringing
This
it
painting
down.
currently is $215 on Etsy.
Yeah, that's with the 40% off.
Yep.
It's normally about $359 is what the 16 by 20s go for. And then you get 40% off with free worldwide shipping. Just like that. Bring our little bit of grass in, guys. My goodness.
From my understanding, Caitlin's in the comments like, this is live. This is not a recording.
This is live. Watch, I'll read out I'll give some people some shout outs. Here we go. Hey, come say hi. Aloha. I'm Mr. T. Really boo. Who else is over here? Georgina. I can't see anybody on YouTube, but let's see. Make it look so easy. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. This is a live show, guys. No messing about. Okay, we're going to come over here with that white paint, loading it up onto our brush, and you get the coolest little waterfall. If you just come to the side, right? This guy looks like it's turned and gone this way, so we'll go over to this side. We're going to take it, go over the edge, and then drop down. Very light amount of pressure. You want there to be all these kind of breaks like we have in our mountain. Are you guys ready? I just touched it right there. Now we have to do it.
No,
Are they ready?
There is no code for the 40% off.
No, yeah, it's just straight 40 off. Look at that, guys. Oh, guys. Look at that. However big you want to make yours, that's how you do it. However long you want it to fall down, that's how you got to make it, right? Now we're going to take this guy, slide him back. You got to slide the tops back. Don't cover all those little bits, though. Those things are freaking cool. Don't cover all these little swipes of dark in there. It makes your river look like it's moving, like it's got little humps and bumps and shallow areas and different things. Very cool. Take a little bit more of that white, and we'll come over the edge right here. Drop it off. All about, we get yelled at when we do the so you have to go like this.
Yeah.
Shazoo! Shazoo! And then my neighbors go, what the hell is that guy doing up there?
There is a pigeon outside our
I know,
window.
and he's going. I'm telling you, I could take care of this pigeon problem.
No pigeon
like
problem
a country boy would. Okay, I will go out there.
Hold on. You are not a country boy.
I
You're
am.
a painting boy.
I am. I'm a painting boy. All right, let's throw in some dark rocks. Let's see. If we put some rocks in, we could hide anything that we wanted to hide about what we didn't like. Or we can put some trees in back here. It's very nice, kind of flat little meadow.
I wish it was a mourning dove. It's not a mourning dove. It is a government-sent pigeon.
It's
I'm joking.
It's a tracking thing.
Bear with me while I
Oh,
go
see,
down.
and the door just shut on its own. The door just shut on its own when London said that. I swear on my life, the door closed. Like something. Don't say that. Government drones, don't say that.
It's a drone.
Stop, the roof's going to come off the
If
building.
you guys are interested in messaging Josh or asking Josh about commissioned paintings.
By the way, I have to talk to you about, there's a video app. Somebody wrote to us on the management with Paint with Josh thing. You should look it up right now. It's a video app where people can FaceTime me.
I saw that. I saw
right?
the email.
So like if you guys had, we could set up something where you could FaceTime me show me your painting that you're struggling on, and I could help you fix it. So
that's pretty dope.
It is, and then the more, and to be completely honest, the more time I spend helping you fix it, the more money that app or whatever will pay me. So it's how long do you want to hang out with Paint with Josh, right?
Yeah, fact.
So,
Josh has been painting for 3 years and 11 months. I see that comment a lot on TikTok. 3 years, 11 months. You are able to message him. He can set up a class with you. He can do a Zoom. He can do a Facebook. Whatever it is. If you want to go public and you have enough followers, you could even do a host by host on TikTok. Totally up to you which way you want to do it. His prices are very reasonable. He does sell every piece of his artwork. He very rarely keeps a piece for himself.
Unless London wants it.
Yeah, there's one piece of artwork that has never sold or been listed, and it's in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's for London.
So this painting is $215. That includes the 40% off. And if you are interested, head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com. I will drop it in a poll over here. We can no longer, as mods, drop polls in the comments anymore.
Oh, well, I don't know what that means because I
That's
don't
okay. Just stay
know
on
what you guys do all the time.
Just stay on that side of the.
Yeah, I like to be on this side of the camera.
That side of the camera.
There we go. Okay, now we're taking our dark color, right? That same dark mix that we made the mountains out of, that we made the trees out of, we made our little rocks out of. And then we'll go brighten them up however we want them to be bright. So a lot of times we do it with I like to do it with the palette knife. It's easier for me. And I've recently been showing in every other video, if you're like, oh, I really struggle with the palette knife, do you have another way to do it? I've shown how to do it with fan brushes over the last 3 or 4 videos. Any little rocks that we've been making, actually the last 5-10 videos, any rocks we've been making have been with the fan brush. So today we're gonna go back to the palette knife because that's Josh's bread and butter. I love this palette knife. So cool. Don't want to let it go down too far because we're gonna have a little pond. So don't let your rocks come down too far. Look at that grass.
Swerves in the house.
Swervy. How many followers is Swerve up to now? Last time it was 90-something thousand, I thought. Or 70,000.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Dude, we're getting to one. I think we were at 171 before the stream here. I'm gonna pop in a little tree right there.
A comment just
Right
came
down
through
there.
that said Etsy crashed.
It crashed because there's so many people going over there. Jeez, dude, yesterday I had 1,100 people look at my Etsy store. It was the most I'd ever had in one day. Look at the old Etsy store. 1,100 people. I was like, what happened? I mean, I know I painted a fair amount that day, but geez, I mean, everyone went over there.
Swerve says, I'm trying to catch up to you, Josh.
No, it's not possible. I'm on a never-ending roll, baby.
Guys, we are 6,000 likes away from 100,000.
Woo! You guys are nailing it.
Tap that screen.
Tap the screen for London.
Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
And for the people that don't like London's voice, if you tap the screen enough, maybe
maybe I'll shut up.
If we can get to 1 million taps.
Yep. If you can get us up there to 250,000 taps, I will shut up for the remainder of the story.
What? No, we got to get to 600,000 if you're not going to talk. Otherwise, okay, well, if we get to 200,000, London will have to be quiet for 3 straight minutes.
Okay.
So if you want London to be quiet for 3 straight minutes, tap that screen.
Someone just wrote in the comments, thank God.
That's funny. So you can't let it get to you. That's the thing. People write horrible stuff to me all the time.
It's a good time.
And you have to laugh at it because if you don't, then you start thinking too much into it.
Z Dixie Girl says, I like her voice, so I'm not tapping.
No. We gotta have the taps, guys. Gotta have the taps. All right, let's do this. Take a little bit of our tree. And we'll pull out just the bottom, just the soft.
Oh my goodness. 145,000 likes. They don't like me speaking.
Oh no, so they want you to be quiet.
Yeah,
Okay.
They don't. How many taps for her to keep talking and for him to go silent? Ooh. Fantastic. That's going to be 500,000. Tap that screen.
Okay.
London will continue to talk about house brushes. And because London knows nothing about artwork.
Me either.
And Josh will shut up.
Yeah. If we get to 500,000 taps, then it will be a silent tutorial from then on. So if you don't want to hear my voice, then tap and tap and tap and tap. Right? Gotta make sure our paint is very thick up here.
Hey, how do you wash your brushes?
So I'll show you right now because I gotta wash some.
I gotta go use the restroom.
Okay, can you bring up a box? There's an empty box downstairs.
Is there a bathroom downstairs?
Yes. Were you trying to use the upstairs restroom like the purpose of ease, making it easy?
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you trying to make my life harder?
Well, I want to show people the packaging.
Fine, I'll bring you a box.
Thank you. See, that's why we're getting a divorce because she yells. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's just time to move on, right? Okay, I saw somebody ask about that in the comments earlier. So we'll go like this. Oh, I'm supposed to show you guys how we clean the brushes, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. So what I use is just like this. That's what it looks like. Clean strip, odorless mineral spirits, cleans up interior jobs. It's fantastic. You can get it at Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware, whatever store that you like, whatever hardware store you got closest to you, right? There we go. Bang, gorgeous. And what I do is I put it down in my cup. It's about this far down.
Crying out loud.
Thank you. Just lean it against me. Thank you. So it's about this far down. So when you see me put the brush in, I'm not completely submerging the brushes. Especially like on the fan brushes, I only go up to about how high the paint is up the brush, because you can have way too much. I had a comment on Facebook that said, "Oh, no wonder I'm ruining all my brushes because she's dunking the entire brush all the way up to the thing in the thinner, right?" My thinner only ever gets about 1/4 inch up the brush. So even though it looks like it, remember it's all the way down here. So we're gonna just put the tip in and look at how much. Oh, didn't even get any. Look at how much comes out just from the tip. Come on, you're making me look bad. There we go. Just from dipping the tip in, you get all this drippage, right? Well, you don't want that drippage. So that's why the cup is kind of a little bit lower, so we can spin inside, keeping all of the spray inside the cup, right? And then we'll shake it into a can, which removes a ton more excess, but look at how wet it is. Oh, we don't want to go put that onto our canvas. So I bring out the old beater bucket, right? It's a 5-gallon bucket with a golf ball basket down in the bottom of it. And so you can beat the devil out of the brush, just like that, keeping all the spray inside. And then it doesn't go all over your house, right? It's fantastic. Brush comes out nice and clean. Always dab it on a paper towel though. Gotta dab it off, especially when you're working on a black canvas with liquid clear. Liquid clear and the thinner or the cleaner, the mineral spirits, they don't work well together. It'll actually have a weird reaction, like a little chemical reaction. So it's cool for doing like leaves if you're doing, I remember watching Bob do a painting like that. But you don't want to have a whole lot of thinner on your brush, that's for sure. So.
Okay.
What's up?
So now I shut up.
Now why? What are we at?
We're at 260,000.
All right, so you got to be quiet for 3 minutes. That's all.
No, I got to be quiet till we get to 500,000.
Ted, what? You got to be quiet for 300,000 taps?
Yeah, and then you shut up and I continue to talk.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys want London to come back and speak, and she, she's gonna be reading comments and giving out shout outs. So if you want her to shout you out, make sure you're giving us those taps, right? Tap, tap, tap over on TikTok. Tap, tap, tappy. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you give us a thumbs up, right? Gotta have a thumbs up. That helps YouTube push it to more people. If you're watching on Facebook and you open it, you got all those little emojis, and you tap them and all those little bubbles are flying up. I better see tons and tons and tons of bubbles. Okay, do you guys want to see the packaging real quick? Just real fast. We got a bare box here. So I take a 16 by 16 by 16 U-line box and fold it and bend it and shape it into its own little box. I do a little flap on the top. Each size is perfect for the size painting. And then I seal them up. I'll bubble wrap up the painting and it all goes in here, fits perfectly inside with enough space on either side. And it's fantastic. So I really need to make a video on how I make the boxes. I have an old video about how I used to make the boxes, but it's not very good. And so nowadays I have it down to a science, you know what I mean? I can count over, slice, bend, fold, do all that stuff. And so I really need to make a video. I know, guys, I know. I know. Okay. What's up, hon? What you got going on, hon? What's up? Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to talk. Oh, man. This would be cool. I could, say, I could say something that might get me in trouble and you couldn't yell at me. Ow! She just smacked me, guys. Just hit me right on the buns. gonna take my little teeny tiny brush and we're gonna come over here just with the straight up green, right? Because it's gonna be, we're at night. We don't need all these little bright areas. Look at this. Oh, it's fantastic. Look at that little bit, right? Little things. Don't want to have too much thinner though. That's for sure. If you have too much thinner, it's not gonna go well for you. So we're just putting it on the back side of the tree, and then we can come up and light up the other side with some much brighter green. Tapping in, right? Just little things. We don't have to have a lot of detail back there. Small little bits of stuff. Just a little bit of green just to catch your eyeball is all you need. All you need. That's what you get. Okay, let's do this. This is the funniest thing when I'm trying to like slap at the canvas to show you guys how to do it, because I like to do it from a different angle, but it's hard. My hand gets in the way, right? So let's come over here. Now we need to make a little bit brighter green color so it'll pop off against all that darker green, right? So we'll take our dark green, take a little bit of our yellow, that bright yellow, come down in here. Don't want it to be so super yellow, right? So we'll mix in a little bit more green, just so it's a brighter color than that dark color, and then it'll stand out as a highlight. How many taps are we up to? I gotta see now. 386. Oh shoot! So we're only 114,000 away from me having to stop talking. We better get this painting done quick then. Okay. Wait. We never discussed how long, when do I start talking again once we get the taps that we're looking for? Never? Okay, so if we get to 500,000, I have to stop talking. And then if we get to, 600,000, I start talking again? 700,000? 750? Oh my God, that's an impossible number. You're just trying to make it to where I can't talk anymore. Okay, a little bit of our phthalo green. She's giving me a thumbs up. I don't even need to look. I could just feel she's giving me a thumbs up. Okay, a little bit of phthalo green. We're going to start tapping up, right? Little pops out on the edge of our branches, leaving little dark areas and little light areas. Little tips, little taps. Little tip-tap, chit-chat. Come into our shadowy area just a little bit, right? And that way, kind of blends over. You get all these cool little things. Don't want to make it too bright. Don't want to lose all of our dark areas. It looks really neat. Remember, we're here at night. It's nighttime out here, guys. A couple little smacks and taps. Turning the brush. I know it's hard to see, but it's all about the angle, right? The angle is the fourth P to paint with Josh. All about the angle of the brush. There we go. I like to work it into the shadowy side just a little. Not all of it, right? You have all these little differences back in there. Gorgeous. Lots of places for the critters to live. Are we almost to 500,000? Dude, you guys are going to get me on the TikTok trending page again. And then we're really going to grow like crazy. I went up 7,000 followers on TikTok from doing 2 live shows when we got on that trending page. It was insane. Okay, let's take our 1-inch brush. Go back into our little grassy color. Now this is too bright, right? That's our bright highlight color. I don't want to go back into there. So let's get that out of here. We don't need that bit. Right? Well, maybe we'll mix it into that bit of pile. That's our other pile from earlier before. And remember, guys, we haven't said this in a long time. If this is your first time watching or your 1,000,000th time watching, tell us where you're watching from and what's your favorite sandwich. And we can't wait to hear. All right, let's make up a little bit of brown and cad yellow highlights for our rock. Just before I have to stop talking. Let's see. That's going to be good. A little bit of brown and our darker brown for our shadowy side of that rock. That way we have 2 different piles, 2 different colors. How close are we? Oh my God, we're 11,000 taps away. That's going to go like that. Okay, guys, so remember, darkness, light, right? Got to have differences in color, and we're going to have to stop talking here soon, so everybody pay attention, right? We got red, green, dark brown, lighter brown, dark yellow, light yellow, phthalo green, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, midnight black, titanium black. Damn it, I have to stop now?
It's time for you to be quiet. Welcome everybody. This is the Paint with Josh show. I want to let you guys know Josh is painting an Aurora Borealis mountain landscape waterfall today. Josh is going in with that turd green and making bushes. I don't know what the colors are. They asked for this. If you want Josh to come back and help teach you guys again, please get us to that 750,000 taps and Josh will come back and teach. It's really, you know speaky. I had to shut up for 250,000 taps. So do you. So we're using that 1-inch brush right there to apply that green. He's going in right now with the medium-sized palette knife. And he's going to touch those rocks right there. And do something with them. There you go. Apply some brown. You know inside he's just cringing right now. He is just cringing. This painting is $215. And you can purchase it. London at 1 million. He should only sing the instructions from then on. I think that's a great idea.
Sing the instructions?
Shut up! You know speaky. I had to shut up. You shut up. So with that brown, he's going in with that palette knife to create depth. Everything that Josh does in regards to his painting is about creating depth, darkness, and light. Obviously, one without the other is just flat. So creating that distance. If you are interested in purchasing this painting, you can head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com. I will pull that up in a poll in the comments. You can search for painting 692 and that will get you to the listing. Oh, just came from YouTube. Thank you so much. How many? Oh, I missed that comment. Just came from YouTube to tap. Fantastic. How many? So that you guys can both talk. At 1 million likes, we will both just randomly talk over each other.
I think I'll faint.
Shut up. Shut up. Hold on. Where are we at? Where are we at? 592,000. I think they're going slower because they like the sound of my voice. Those that like the sound of my voice, please don't tap the screen. We started this painting this morning at 9 a.m. We've been going live for 57 minutes. If you are an avid Paint with Josh follower, I love these not tapping comments. I refuse to tap again. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hit that share button, comment. How many shut-ups can you take? It's a good time. Oh, the child's awake. The child messaged and said she was awake. You're only 57 minutes too late. We needed your iPad at 9 a.m. this morning. Josh is coming in again with that lighter yellowy, greeny color. There we go. Look a little like Willow. Sad arms. Are you related to Bob? No, I'll answer that for you. He is not. I'm torn between tapping and not tapping. I think I see pressure building in Josh. He may blow up if he can't speak. You're probably 100% correct. He does like to talk. So for anybody in the comments that thought it was a me thing and I like the sound of my own voice, you have no idea. Josh listens to his own videos on repeat. He loves the sound of his own voice. I can say whatever I like because, you know, you can't speak. Oh, do you hear that angry pressure? Do you hear that angry pressure? We are at 658,000 likes, guys. Get to that 750, and Josh can go back and tell you how to paint this. Josh is an oil painter. He paints in the wet on wet practice. Unfortunately, Facebook tapping. It's been 3 minutes. The Facebook tapping does not count. Don't worry, Josh. I just sent you 700 likes. By all means, tap that screen. Once we get to 750, Josh can go back to teaching. Let the man talk. This is ridiculous. And then once we get to 750, if his voice annoys you, get to 1 million, and we'll both just endlessly start talking. You're talking again. No talking for you. How do we buy this painting? You head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com. Type in the number 692 into the search box This is my hand for anyone that's wondering. I do not appear on the Paint with Josh show. 713,000 likes, 715, 718. I can't even keep reading those numbers. They're going so fast. Face reveal at 1 million. No, that would be face reveal, no eyebrows, no makeup. Nope, no, no.
It's 1 million taps, though.
Nope, 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 nope. 730,000. If you guys love the way that Josh teaches, get him with that 20,000 extra likes and he'll go back to teaching. Shut up. You're so close. You're so close, Brian. Okay, fine. Speak. I'll shut up now.
Are we at 750?
Yeah.
Holy cow, guys! 750,000 taps. We got to be on the trending page by now, right?
Probably.
I mean, my goodness, I can't imagine.
You guys are absolutely killing it.
Just stellar. So look, let's talk about those.
I'm supposed to shut up.
Yeah, right? Shh, London. Let's talk about those Magicfly colors I was telling you guys about earlier. Finally get these guys out now that we got a little room on the palette. Oh, let's put the purple over here next to the white. This is like the violet, they call it. It's very dark purple. Very dark, very dark. Okay, you can find these Magicfly paints on my Amazon wishlist, I think, as well. On my Amazon store, because I used to use them. Let's use some of this orange. Somebody said I never use orange in my paintings. I'm like, well, I kind of make up my own orange with the red and yellow. I don't need to use an orange paint. So we'll use the orange. We've got the pink. Let's put a little bit of blue so we can have some gorgeous little blue flowers. This is the cobalt blue. Hun, can you open this? It's like stuck for me. I can't get it. And then we'll figure something out. So we got to wash off these brushes.
No.
Maybe we'll take... Can't get it open. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it without my... In case it sprays over the carpet. Let's see. Hey! Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. That's like a very bright sky blue. Cobalt blue. Oh, that's very thick compared to the other ones, too. So normally I find that the Magicfly paints are very thin. And so they work perfectly for highlights, but not for doing our whole scene, right? Because they're a lot thinner, a lot more oily and wet. But they work excellent when we do little highlight bits. So we've got all these new colors on the palette now, right? We got this rose color from the Magicfly set, our violet, our orange, our blue. We have all these little pretty things happening in here. And it all depends on what you want it to look like, right? Not about what we want it to look like. What about what you want it to look like? Dropping down a little bit of that light color just to have some bit of something kind of growing down. And you see all these bits. Fantastic. Remember, you guys can buy this painting 40% off if you go over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com. And why don't we take a little bit. Let's see what this blue looks like. I'm going to tap it in. Just get it onto the corner. And then a little, oh, guys, look at that little bit of blue in there. So neat. I like that. We're going to come over here, too. A couple little bits of something. Some little piece that's going to grab your eye. You're going to be like, ooh, I like that. I like that little bit of blue up in there. Some sort of flowers growing somewhere. And we don't want to use just all blue, right? Even though it looks so cool. That's what starts happening. And then all of your highlights look exactly the same because you keep using all the same color, right? Because it looks so neat. You're like, ooh, blue, 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 blue. Everything's blue. Okay, let's come over here to this rose color. It's like a magenta kind of pinkish color. Let me throw some of that up there. Oh my goodness, you guys. The smallest little things make the biggest difference when it comes to popping a bit of color over another little bit of color. Teeny tiny little things. Not everything is going to be in the light at all times, right? Going to have deeper, darker purple bits. Maybe let's go into this purple now too. Oh yeah. Oh, that's some dark purple right there. Gorgeous. All these things down in the shadows that we can't really see, right? And let's pop a little bit more of that purpley. We got it out here on our rock. Move it back in there. It's almost too dark to be a highlight, that purple. It's almost a shadowy, a low light. Okay, we'll come into the orange now, since somebody said I don't use orange in my paintings. It's basically because I make my own. A couple little orange plops here, there, and everywhere, guys. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. A couple little plops over here, over there, as it starts to grow down our little way. Gorgeous. Gorgeous little bit. And again, smallest little pressure with the brush. We're not trying to, have it go crazy over here. with the amount of pressure. Now I want to get a few of our little bits of yellow, both the cad yellow and the other yellow, and then we'll bring them down over the top of some of these guys. Brighten up this little area down there. You get all these little different bits of color, guys. Oh, it's fantastic. All growing down to our little bit of water down here. Super colorful, super flowery, super cool. Our little place where our eagles come out here and they sit. Oh, very neat. Very neat. So again, you guys can get this 40% off. Get it before someone else does. And if not, then maybe I might finally have a painting that I could post with a link to buy. Kind of cool. Okay, let's throw a big old bit of tree in here. We got to add our foreground at the, our water down around the bottom. And you don't have to. You could pretend like it's fallen off into a deep, dark cave, right? But when I do that, people go, it looks better if there's water, if there's a pool at the bottom. So it depends on what you want yours to look like, of course. But let's come in here. We'll get our little bit. And we got to line it up straight, right? Just pick where you want your water to be. Start sliding it out. Don't go too crazy, right? Don't need to fill it with so much color down here. We want to have that darkness too, right? We got to have that dark. So as we start to blend it out, you get all those little dark colors in there, saving some of that bit so it's different, right? You come in a little bit more. One little swipe here, there, and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. Just like that. Just so you have a little bit of difference, some sort of something happening back here, right? Maybe if this much water was coming down, we'd have a little bit of splash. In my mind, we would have a little bit of splash anyway. So we can make it into a little smiley face, almost looks like lips. And then we'll come over here and just start to mix so lightly, just like we're doing the eye of our wave, or we're making a cloud, right? So, such small amount of mistiness back there. And that way, you get that very cool little bit of hidden shadows back there, right? Put a little bit of our Prussian blue back in here, just a little line of it. And that way, when we start to blend it out, back and forth, it'll create a little bit of shadowy depth that we need underneath those clouds. And then you come back in with your liquid white into your titanium white, scrape that up, throw in a couple little bits of water, just a few little scrapes, very messy little scrapes, right? Here, there, and everywhere. Don't want to be too many, just like that. And then we can take them, and just because Josh likes it this way, I like to soften them the smallest little bit so they're not just pure hard lines. And then poof, oh, I just hit Bob. Bob, chill out. There we go. Man, that's a cool one, guys. I like that. So, we could use one big giant tree in here like the other one, or we could leave it. It looks so good the way it is. I don't want them to be all exactly the same, you know what I mean? So, tell me, what do you guys think? Should we do one more big tree? Would you buy it just as it sits right now? Let me know in the comments. And I want to add a little bit darker brown color underneath this guy. There we go. Ha! Yes, I think it might be John. John just sent a super sticker over on YouTube and said, it was like a $25 sticker, and he said, "Is this enough to get London's voice to come back?" So I think so. I think you're able to talk again, hun. What do you guys think? Should we let London speak? I don't mind. No? We're almost at 1 million, so keep those taps going. And should we put in one more big tree right here? I think we should. Just because we got all the people. No? Almost? Yes, big tree. No big tree. Yeah. Let her talk. Let her speak. It's not me. No. Look, there's more no's than there are yeses. Hang on. Let me show you guys something. While we get the trash guy ruining the video. Okay, so this is what one of the other ones looks like, and it's got that big giant tree right in there, right? Do you guys think that the one that we're painting now needs a tree on either side, or is it good the way it is? You guys tell me. You tell me. I don't want to make them all the same, and I think this one's just perfect the way it is. Just literally perfect. But remember, keep tapping the screen, and maybe we'll put our family off into the distance on this guy. London, I think you need to speak now. What's up? What's up? Leave it. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of leave-its. Look at how fast those comments are coming in. That's insane. You guys can't even, I can't even keep up. Is that on TikTok? Dang. Okay, we'll leave it. We won't put the big tree in. Good job, guys. Thank you for helping. I'm going to grab a little bit of our white, though. Just a little touch on the tip of the brush just to make it sharp. And we got to put the old family out there. So in my paintings, I paint myself, London, and our daughter into every single painting in the form of these three little V-shaped birds. And it's the only way we get to go traveling through our skies. And these ones are a little harder to see, which is fun, because I post the pictures and people go, you didn't put the birds in. And I go, yeah, they're right here. Zoom in. You can see. Excellent. I love all the distance back there. These bushes. It's so bright and colorful. I can't believe the thing didn't go. But it's okay. It's all right. So, we'll do that. We'll do this. Now, come up with your names, guys. What do you want to name this painting? And since it didn't get purchased, that means I get to choose the name. So, write the name of whatever you want to name it in the comments below. What would you name it if you had painted it? Right? And then I'll get to go through, since we don't have a buyer, and I'll choose your name. And then we'll turn the thing around and sign it and call it done. Fantastic. All right. We got this. We got that. Are we almost at 1 million? I gotta have your... We're not almost at 1 million? What are we at? Just speak. 855. 855,000 taps. That's insane, you guys. You guys are just incredible. I love every single one and every single tap that you've done. So, we're gonna spin this guy around. What's up? Oh, so this painting's about 225-ish, right? 215. So it depends on where you live and the taxes in your certain area. But I think it's 359, 40% off that brings it about 215, London says. So very cool little piece. And we're going to turn around and we're going to sign it and we're going to name it. So what are the names? London, you have to speak for the names. We have to know the names that people are trying to name the painting. Don't give me that. Come on, you gotta... Even though we didn't make 1 million, we made more taps than we've ever made before, ever. Guys, she won't speak. She literally won't talk. So I'm going to have to pump back around here. Let's see. Let's see. Mountain, Northern Shadow, Autumn Aurora, Mystic Aurora, Aurora Spirit, Falls View, Mystic Mountain. Man, you guys are putting out a lot of suggestions. All right, let's come in here.
I'm not sure I understand.
Thanks, Siri. I don't need you. Appreciate it. This one was, what, 692? Right? Yeah. 692. Now, what are we going to name it is the question. So, come up with your names. I'm going to start writing everywhere you guys can go check me out. And it really would be helpful if London could say all these links. So, if we could get to 1 million taps and she could start speaking again, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, you guys are going to have to read my horrible handwriting. And it's not the best. So if you're watching on TikTok, go over to YouTube or Facebook and search Paint with Josh on both. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, go over to TikTok or Instagram. They're the same name. And that's at Paint with Josh K. All right, for whatever reason, we had to make it that. Then you can go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com and buy all these paintings. They're 40% off. Free worldwide shipping. That's where you go to. Oh my God, we're at 917,000. I can't believe. Like, we got to be on the trending page by now. Jeez, I can't believe this painting hasn't sold with that many people watching. My goodness. Okay, so what are we going to choose as the title? Let's go through some more titles here. Aurora Magnifique, Aurora Peaks, Night Falls, Enchanted, Aurora Rainbow Nights, Aurora of Peace, Three Birds in a Northern Light, Mystical Tranquility, Mystic Falls, Aurora Rainbow Nights. Ooh, I like it, guys. I like it. Let's see. Mythic. Ooh, Mythic Mountain, Piece of Heaven. I like both of those. Oh, we just got an order. We just got an order. Is that this painting? And if it is, then the buyer will get to choose the name, which is more fun. I love picking names, but I've picked 692 names. Yes, we sold it. My goodness. So who bought this one? Come into the comments, guys. Everyone said no tree on the poll. Who bought it? I don't want to give out your real name. So if you can message me over on Etsy, it's going to be easier to find your name title. You know, message me what you want to title it, and let's show it one more time, and then we'll turn it around and title it once we get the title, right? I can't believe we're almost at 1 million taps, you guys. 1 million taps. That's insane. It's 963,000. It's literally insane. Solitude, forever dreaming, right? The buyer is going to send me a message, and then she's going to choose one of your guys' names. So, what the heck? It's so low on Facebook. It's weird. Okay, well, let's figure out. This is a gorgeous little piece. Tap, tap, tap. Try to get us to 1 million, guys. It's going to be insane. So, maybe the buyer will send us a message, and she'll decide. It's going to be insane. So, maybe the buyer will send us a message, and she'll decide what, or they'll decide what they want to call this piece. And they'll decide what they want to call this piece. And maybe they might choose the name that you suggest. So type it in the comments, tap the screen whenever you're not typing, you're tapping. Make sure you give me a thumbs up over on YouTube and on Facebook. Like the name? But I did sure it's not the same name as here. So we're gonna spin it around, we're gonna sign it. Make sure you guys are tapping. What? We're gonna hit 1 million? Now I gotta look. I have to watch it hit 1 million. I gotta watch it. Oh, 9, get out of there. 9, oh, 1 million taps, you guys. That is so cool. I've never seen that happen before.
You guys are absolutely amazing.
Woo, I just fainted. My goodness. Okay, now London can speak again. She sent us a message over on Etsy, so can you check that?
I'm looking at it right now.
I can't believe we hit 1 million taps, guys. That's so many taps. I'm sure we've got peoples with fingers that are falling off. You guys remember that old, I think it was like a Travelocity commercial, where he's like typing and then like 10 fingers fly off of his hands because he's been typing too much?
Goodness, that is amazing.
That's what you guys have been doing.
The person that's on TikTok right now is saying that they bought it. Unfortunately, the name that you are referencing on TikTok is not the same name as the buyer. So I'm not sure if you're using another account, but the name of the purchaser on Etsy and the name that's being referenced in the comments are not the same.
Are different
name.
People? Someone's trying to get down.
Out right there.
Oh man, like that's what I said.
The official name that the buyer wants is Mystic Mountain.
We got, okay, sweet. Are we? That's it, Mystic Mountain.
Yeah, I'm not making it up. I'm reading it from Etsy.
Mystic Mountain. Did the buyer come up with that title, or did they pick it from the list?
The exact comment says, "Hello, could we name it Mystic Mountain?"
Yes, we can. And it is yours. Thank you for your purchase. It turned out amazing, and you'll get to go rewatch the stream over on YouTube
Christine
1 million times.
Says, "Yes, that's the name I said. That's awesome."
See,
you
it's
guys
fun.
are absolutely amazing.
It's
Thank
fun.
you so much for getting us to 1 million likes.
I can't believe it. Like literally, I wonder how many new followers we've gotten just from that many taps. You know,
That's craziness.
It's
I've never.
insane.
Can you screenshot it? Because it's cool and I can't because my phone.
Yeah. Hang on. We're at 1 million. Oh, is this still at 1 million? Excellent. Very cool, guys. I'm gonna have to like circle that, post it on Facebook.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Literally. I mean, we got to be on the trending. If anyone sees us on the TikTok trending page, can you screenshot it and send it over to my Instagram or my Facebook? Because I want to see it. Yeah. I really want to see it.
Million Tap Mountain.
Million Tap Mountain. That's a good one. That's a good title right
Guys,
there. Let's clean off all these brushes.
This painting was $216, I believe. Let me just go over and double check. Total with taxes was $235.
It's always different depending on where they live.
Are you going live again tonight? Because there's been a couple of requests in the comments, you know, while I've been sitting here muted.
Muted?
There's been a couple of requests for a desert scape. You haven't done one in a long time.
A night desert scene or just a day desert scene?
I don't know. If you guys want to see a daytime or a nighttime desert scene, drop that in the comments and let us know. Yes, I'm British. That's why my name's London.
And London has candles. Tell them about your candles.
I do. I make candles. My shop is going on vacation tomorrow, though, so...
They don't look like this anymore.
No, they don't. They come in tins now.
They smell fantastic.
A night desert scene.
Night desert scene. Well...
Daytime!
Well, you guys know me. If there is an opportunity to paint and get up here and do it live, I will probably come do it. So if you guys want to see me come back later, I mean, shoot, I did
We got
3.
superpower hands.
Hey!
It's like my favorite gift out right now. No,
I did 3 live paintings yesterday.
we are currently in Las Vegas. That's where we live. There's no change happening. I am going to be splitting my time between here and somewhere else due to work things, other assignments in my life. But yes, we live in Vegas. That's where our family is based.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at little cat with a gamer thing.
Oh, that's funny. I never get to see those things.
No,
That's
you
so
don't.
cool. So cool.
Can you paint an ocean scene on a white canvas?
Yeah, I mean, I prefer for ocean scenes, you want to retain all that deep dark color, all of our deep dark shadows down here. And on a white canvas, it's very hard to do.
It auto-corrected from desert to dessert because I'm fat. That's literally what the comment just said. That was, I mean, that comment wins.
But yeah, like we got one over here, right? That looks like this. We just did this one yesterday, so it was a split canvas though. Everything beneath the waterline was black, and then I left the sky white, and that way you could do a very bright, beautiful sky, and then retain all that deep, dark shadow that we need to keep down in the bottom for a seascape. So seascapes on a white canvas are kind of, you have to keep putting more and more and more and more and more paint to retain those dark areas, where when we do it on a black canvas, or at least a split black and white canvas, you don't have to add paint to get it that dark. You just have to add
Sunset desert scene for the win tonight.
All right.
What time?
Sunset desert scene tonight. Well, shoot. What time do they want?
Okay, right. What time you guys are willing to come back? Do you paint rainbows? Nobody's ever asked you to paint a rainbow.
No, I did a rainbow seascape where it was like all the colors of the rainbow, and then we did a seascape over it. Turned out really cool. So right away.
Anytime. 1 o'clock. ASAP.
ASAP. 10:22 because it's 10:21 right now. I need I usually need an hour to an hour and a half in between each painting to take photos, put it out on Facebook.
But it's sold.
All that stuff. Well, I know, but I still got to put it out. And then I got to go take a break and get a drink and have a smoke and, relax for a second, think about the next painting that we're going to do.
So we are currently in Pacific Standard Time. That's what we are in Las Vegas. Let us know
10:22.
what time we can come back. When I say we, I mean not me. Josh can come back. I've got to pack for my trip. I've got to ship out candle orders.
We got to take the car over to Ashland too.
Oh yeah. Well, we can do that in the morning.
Okay.
But we can do 1:30 Eastern time. That's what time it is right now.
Yeah, that's the time. That's 8 minutes away.
So we can. This is going to be Josh's full-time job, and you guys, just by smashing that like button, purchasing his artwork,
You guys are
you're
helping.
really making it easier for him to do this full-time. On his days that he has the ability, he does paint anywhere from 2 to 3 times per day. So far, what are we on? Like a 12-day streak right now?
Well, and then we did 12 straight days. Every painting sold. I sold multiple paintings each night. People were back in the Etsy store trying to find different stuff, buying older paintings. And then I went on vacation, and then I came back. First night back, I sold 2 paintings. Next day, I sold 3 paintings. So within 24 hours, I sold 5 paintings. I did 5 streams.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have a job, that's what I would do. I would come up here, and we'd pick a day. We'd go, okay, on every day at 3 or whatever time I get the most people viewing. Then we would go at that time, and we would do a thing every day and just come paint something else, right?
So I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern.
Would be noon.
Would be noon our time.
Yep, and I could do that. Hour and a half, 3 p.m. Eastern. We could rock that.
Okay, so be back 1.5 hours. Josh will do a nighttime sunset desert landscape.
Nighttime and sunset?
No, you know what I mean. Sunset-ish.
So sunsetty desert landscape.
You know what I mean?
Just one of the first videos I ever put out on my YouTube. If you scroll all the way back, all the way to the bottom of the videos tab, you'll see every video I ever did. And one of the first ones I did was a sunset deserty scene, and it's like so basic. So we'll have to up that scene a little bit.
So if you are interested, that listing will go live during the show, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Can you put pyramids in it? Josh does have prints, I think.
No, I didn't make prints of that
You
one.
didn't make
Dan,
prints of it?
Dan has that
the
painting.
original.
I did a 3 pyramids painting with you had the smaller one, had the Great Pyramid, and then the one on the side was actually lifting off because it was a UFO. It was
Are you
shooting
gonna
smoke
do?
down an
Is it
engine.
gonna be a
It's
16 by 20 or an 18 by 24? Or?
For a desert scene, I need the black gesso. It's gonna be 16. No, we could do an 18 by 24. I got 18 by 24.
So what? 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to prep it though.
How much would that be?
So the 18 by 24s are usually like 275-ish. You know what I mean? It's much bigger. And I'll prep this one. We'll have it go this way. I'll prep it with black gesso on the bottom so we can retain a lot of darkness, get a really bright sky. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, these ones normally go for 215 to 225, and then these are 275. You know, depending on where you are and what your taxes are like in that place and all that stuff.
Okay, so 1.5 hours, guys. Come back. Josh will be here. If you guys want a teaching live, let us know in the comments right now. If you would like a nice, sleepy, relaxing music in the background live, let us know in the comments.
Or if you want London to hurry up and pack and then come back and see if we can get another 1,000,000 taps just because London was here. Write that in the comments.
By the way, it is in dollars. Everything that we are referencing is American dollars. So $215 to $300 US.
Yeah.
No, I want him to teach.
Where's my
Teaching with
gesso?
both of you. I can't teach anybody anything.
Where's my gesso at? Oh, here we go.
Yes, London, come back. I really can't. I wish I could, guys, but I've got way too much to do. I'm leaving for 2 weeks on Sunday, so I unfortunately have to get everything to do with my business out, ship out candles, box everything, do all of that. And so, yes, we are located in Las Vegas. That is USA. So that is what we reference.
Yep. Hang on, guys. Right here. Just gonna show you how we're gonna prep it. So I have a video on my YouTube of this exact thing, right? And the video is for doing a seascape because we make the bottom black. We could do the exact same thing with this one, and we'll have that. Everything above this line will be sky. Everything below will be sand and mountains and stuff, bushes and stuff. Super colorful, vibrant little things. But we got to cover it with our black gesso first. And I don't have any black gesso or any gesso brushes anymore because I let it go hard. So I'm taking one of my old Bob Ross brushes and doing it with that. I do not recommend putting gesso on these Bob Ross brushes. This one is trash now. I don't use it anymore. It's normally this much taller. You know what I mean? I've beaten all the bristles off.
I have tapped in like 6,000 likes and it hasn't moved for 1.1 minutes.
Yeah, right? It's crazy. Well, I mean, it takes a lot to go from 1 to 1.1. That's for sure. I've had one video sitting at 3.9 million. Huh?
There's an M up here.
An M? Yeah, for the million? I know, right? It's crazy.
Can you guys in the comments help London see my comment? What is your comment? I'm staring at it right now.
Look at this. Taking all this black gesso, covering all the bottom. This is acrylic paint, so it dries very fast.
You should make a painting with a cabin with a lake in the back and covered by bushes and stuff. Can you guys do a painting of an old abandoned countryside house?
I've done a couple
You
old
did
barns.
A custom one, right?
Yeah, I did a custom one for a lady with an old barn of a property that they used to own, and it was like a saggy old barn. It was very cool. So yeah, and I have a YouTube tutorial on that barn painting on my YouTube, so you can head over there and find it that way versus me doing a brand new one. You know what I mean? Hang on, I just
Josh.
one. Yes.
You gonna say goodbye?
Sorry. Hi guys. I'm just trying to prep. You guys want me to come back and paint? I'm just trying to prep. Okay, I gotta prep. Hang on.
Hey Cassandra, we missed you too. Thank you so
Stay
much.
up here.
Oh.
I got your laptop. All right. Okay. Show everybody. Stop. You're gonna make me stand on it accidentally. There we go. Okay. Oh Nelly. Oh Nelly. Okay, guys. Now everybody can see what we're doing. So I just need to finish this black gesso. Like I said, it dries so quickly. And normally I would never use my Bob Ross brushes to put this stuff on, but this is a trash brush. I don't need it anymore. I need a little piece of, there we go. There we go. All right, get that all covered up, and then we'll come back, hour and a half, At 3 p.m. Eastern. What's that, noon Pacific?
Yep, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Josh will be painting a sunset desert landscape. So if you have been in the comments looking for a sunset desert landscape, that is what Josh will be painting at noon our time, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for those in England. And
Gorgeous.
this is not the same place that you can buy candles. My candles are, I will drop my name in. My store is going on vacation today, so I will not be filling orders for the next 2 weeks. But I will be filling orders when I return.
Alright. I love doing the bottom and the sides, guys, when you're doing the black gesso. You have to. That makes it look like it was done at the factory, right? And maybe one day Paint with Josh will be so big that Michaels will just start offering half black and white canvases already done for us,
You're
right?
at 172,000 followers.
Oh my, 172,000?
Yeah.
I was at that. What could it? I was at like 171.4 or something crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're at 174.7.
There we go. That's bad. That's more like it. That's like 3,500 new followers. Okay, ready? We're gonna open it up right here. Grabbing that tape, pulling it off, and you get this nice little horizon that we can go work on later. So we're gonna let this dry completely. You have to let the acrylic dry completely before you come back and put your oils on it. I'm gonna go wash the crap out of this. Never get your Bob Ross bristles wet with water unless it's a garbage brush, right? I don't use this brush anymore. I only use it because I don't have a crappy little acrylic brush to put the gesso on. And I needed to do it with something, so. Okay guys, well we love you. I can't believe I'll probably never hit 1 million taps again, which is just insane.
I think everyone coming back will try and get you there again.
My God, just 1 million taps. So, okay guys, well in about an hour and a half, we're gonna come back and we're gonna paint a sunset desert scene. And if you're kind of worried, you're like, I don't know if I want to hang around and wait for this guy. What do his sunsets look like? Well, they sort of look like that. Just very, very pretty, gorgeous little thing.
Will you be coming back on all 3 platforms?
Oh, geez. Probably not all 3, because I won't have the devices, but maybe Facebook and TikTok, because Facebook I can have it go for 30 days and then it'll disappear off my feed. I don't want to fill up the Facebook feed. What's cool about TikTok is, sorry, as soon as the show is over, the live disappears. It doesn't clog up your feed to where you have to scroll past 10 lives to see, a good video or a photo. And so on Facebook, I don't want to go live as much because then it's going to be like live show, live show, live show, live show, live show, as much as we go on TikTok. And then you're not going to be able to see any of the other stuff that I want you to see on my page because there's so many dang live shows.
What about YouTube? I go live on YouTube and TikTok.
YouTube and TikTok?
Yeah, because that way it adds to.
True, we get more viewers. Get more viewers on Facebook and TikTok for sure. But yeah, let's cross promote and we'll do it live on YouTube too. Why not?
Yeah. So if you're not on TikTok and you want to watch this painting, come back in 1 hour and 27 minutes, and he will be live on YouTube and TikTok. The gloves are off. The artist himself
slimy.
will be back in 1 hour and 27 minutes. Hey, Josh.
Yes, ma'am.
Say goodbye.
Bye, guys. Love you. We'll see you in a little bit. Come back for a desert scene. It's going to be awesome. Paint, pressure, practice, and your girl. She's watching me right now. Your girl watches me on TikTok. My butt. Okay.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here, babe. Ba-boom! See you later. I wonder what the neighbors think.